Howdy everyone, I'm Corey with Art's Really Cool. Today is the 31st video of Painting's Really Cool. Alright, so today is inspired by childhood, not a person, but me. But it's also a little bit gonna be conceptual, I think. Is that the right word? You'll understand in a second. Basically, what I'm going to do is tell you childhood stories from when I was younger, certain things like I was in speech therapy. Sometimes it slips out and I lisp, which is just so stereotypical, right? And talk about an ostrich farm that was in part of my life, which I may have talked about in another video briefly. While I'm doing that, I'm going to actually paint 4 smaller paintings. They're going to be 8x10s in very similar yet slightly different ways. So I'm going to have one with a base of metallic bronze by Loft, and then another one will be silver by Loft, and then yet another will be copper, again by Loft, and then finally the last base for the last canvas will be DecoArt 24 karat gold. And I wanted to do these like original metallic colors, if you will, because I really liked that big triptych I did with the different color metallics, although one is kind of a purplish hue and I wanted true blue. When you think of original metallics, like these are literally metals. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to try something which I'm going to do on one canvas. I'm gonna layer the colors in different ways, but I'll be using throughout the whole thing DecoArt Berry, Metallic Berry, DecoArt Sapphire, FolkArt Pastel Blue Color Shift, Emerald Flash Color Shift, FolkArt Raspberry Flash Color Shift, which this one looks super pink when it's like mixed. And I can never remember how it dries. I mean, this is like way darker. I'm looking forward to it doing that potentially. And then finally, Loft Metallic Purple. So I just kind of like this. It's like darker, cool color palette, if you will. I know this one's warm, and I guess this one's like medium warm. But anyways, I like it. I just thought it was fun and they go together. And what I'm gonna do on one canvas is layer maybe all of them, maybe 4 of them. Haven't fully decided. I'm gonna do what feels right when I do it. And I'm gonna try swiping kind of through the center somehow, and then stretch it out, and then maybe blow out the edges of the swipe to add a different dimension to it. And then the next one, I'm gonna do that, but maybe coming in from the side. And third one, I think I might just do a blowout. And then the fourth one, I'll probably do just a blowout, maybe a swipe as well, but probably just a blowout with different color choices of all of them. And the reason I'm doing the different color choices and the slightly different style is because I was thinking, what if I didn't get speech therapy? How different would my life be, right? So this first one is me with speech therapy, and that's what my life is today. This is without speech therapy. This is if I hadn't gone to the ostrich farm or had some other childhood experience, and this one's if I did, or I did. And the smallest things can make such a big impact. So even if I were to do all 4 of these blowouts and layer the colors the same way and do a blowout on each of them in the same general fashion, they're going to be different, right? I'm not going to get the same exact paint amount, of course. They're going to have different just reactions to the air from the hairdryer blowing out. It's going to move faster on one than it will on the other. There's so many factors that change the outcome of what we see and live today. So I thought that would be a little, like I said, conceptual. I think that's the right phrase, right? It's conceptual, abstract, no, it's something. We'll add it here. I've got stories. The chair's starting to slowly lower, so I guess that's my time to have the magic of editing. So in one moment with the magic of editing, I'll be standing. Starfish! Magic of editing made me do a little exercise. You, Adrian. Anyways, alright, so let's get started. All of that time of us readjusting and getting set up for me to be standing, didn't get gloves. Sorry, just a second. Alright, so first story, since I kept alluding to it, we're going to start with gold. But first story is about my inability to speak like a normal person, according to society. Damn you, society, judging me. I had a slight lisp, I guess. I didn't know it. Nobody had ever told me. The school is the one that decided I did. And so I had to go to speech therapy, and this whole video might just be about my speech therapy experience. But I had to go starting in 4th grade, I believe it was, and went and saw the speech therapist. I think that was all she did there, which seems like not a full-time gig. I don't know if it wasn't. I never asked her about it. And I hung out with her as an adult. But her name was Miss Peyton. I always want to mix up because my really good friend, which I've done, I think, 2 videos for, I always want to mix up her first and last name. I had to do little exercises. You know, the shortcut for anybody who has a lisp out there and doesn't want to have a lisp. How you prevent it is you smile with your teeth closed, so that your tongue doesn't go past your teeth, because that's what a lisp is. I mean, my lisp was not that bad, but so I learned, to smile when I say my S's, and I had exercises that I had to do, and I had to get people to sign off in a notebook, and my friend Megan, she would lovingly just make it up sometimes for me because I forgot to do it. And I went once a week or something. And so she would just sign them all and fake the date. Hey, my lisp is 99% gone, so it still worked for me. But I had a lot of fun, I would say, in speech therapy. But I also hated it because it was mildly embarrassing. One, because I now realized I had a lisp, which I didn't know I had before. And a lisp was associated with something I did not want to be associated with when I was younger. And so I was embarrassed. But the speech therapist she was really nice. She was really fun. She did her best to make it an enjoyable experience for what it is and what it was. And at the end of, so I had speech therapy. I want to say her name because her name was super fun. I told Adrian her name before, but I can't say it because that would be giving out too much of somebody else's personal information. But it was 6 essential names, all in one long. It was very fun. And she was the tiniest girl in the world. And so her name was bigger than her. I don't remember why she had speech therapy, but she had speech therapy too. And we were the only 2 in 6th grade. I had been doing it for 2 years now. I guess I had gotten better, but we were the only people in 6th grade that were doing speech therapy at the time. And our speech therapist owned an ostrich farm. And we got to go to that ostrich farm for our graduating speech therapy. Although I didn't graduate, I had to do it in middle school too. But I graduated hers, or just graduating 6th grade. I don't know. We got to go to get fast food and then go out to her ostrich farm. So, traumatic story for me. Just a moment, I'll tell you. We went to Burger King. So, already losing there. Just kidding, Burger King, sponsor us. This was 6th grade, right? So I wasn't wearing deodorant yet. And I'm not a really smelly person in general, but this other student and I were playing in the place. I think that's what they call the McDonald's version, but I don't know what Burger King calls theirs, so I'm just gonna call it the play place. We were playing in there, going through the tunnels and having fun, and then we met in the middle at one point, and she goes, "Ooh, you stink!" And then took off. It's very traumatic. I don't even know if I did stink, because those things stink really bad, and I don't smell in general very much. I'm just not a fragrant person. Adrian can attest to this.
It's true. It's true. I'm jealous.
Right. Right. So like, I'm not 100% sure that it was me and not just the play place, but it's still very traumatic for me. I still feel like super self-conscious. Like, I do not like the idea of being smelly at all. Like, I very much am like, no. That pretty much ended our fun in that, because I was like, well, I don't want to play anymore. And so, just a sec. I gotta concentrate because I shake on my own, and talking will make it worse. But then we went to the ostrich farm, and ostriches are mean birds. Nothing happened to me, but they're just mean. They're also not very intelligent, you know, with a walnut for a brain. Like, it's understandable that they're not. But it was really cool to see them, and there's a little baby one. I think there's a picture of me holding it. I'll see if I can find it for Adrian to put up. But I do also have part of a shell that I have kept since 6th grade. You know how old you are in 6th grade? Not this age. You're a lot younger. It's over 20 years ago. This is so many years ago. It's like 30 years. No, I'm just kidding. It was a long, long time ago. And I still have the shell. Like, they gave us some shells that made me feel like Jurassic Park because they're so big. I think I have half of a shell. Have you seen it? You've seen it, right, Adrian?
Mm-hmm. It's thick.
Yeah, it's pretty hefty. I almost love all the blue. I don't know if I'm going to blow it out. I really like this swipe. See, this is a choice. A different choice in life can result in different outcome and experience. Okay, we're going to do a wet shot in between each one so I can move it off the table. But we'll probably just lump them at the end of the video, or how are you planning them? Because I mean, I guess we could do, no, let's just do it after each one so that you have a memory of it being made. All right, so this is the first one, the gold version. This is the version of what really happened, I guess. But I really like how the colors are like very distinct, like there's very distinct lines, although you're missing that metallic purple somehow just kind of just fully disappeared. Just a little bit right there. And then you've got the raspberry right there. But this blue, as Adrian put it, made it like an electric like current running through, and it's really cool, especially with the white like here, like it's white hot. And then some of the berry came through and mixed a little bit with the blue for the lines, and I think that's pretty sweet. That's the first one. We'll move on and make the next one. All right, on to a new set of gloves and a new set of canvas. It's not a set of canvas, but I wanted to say the same thing. Let's get it trending. Hashtag setup canvas. So on to the silver. Remember that claymation Christmas movie? I think it was Rudolph or something. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. I think it was Cornelius.
Silver and gold, silver and gold.
Anyways, so there, I believe, a picture of me and the other student with 6 names. God, I want to say it so bad because it's so fun to say. Like, she has such a fun name. I would hate it because complicated, especially for a little kid. I started with purple last time, didn't I? Let's start with this. And let's start up here. So, held baby ostrich. He's cute. I was a very adorable child, and I will say so myself. And then I think the other student maintained their speech therapy too, I think, in middle school, but we didn't do anything like together, so I'm not 100% positive. However, I did, and I don't remember much about the speech therapist. I think I remember she was smaller, like a smaller old lady, but I don't remember her name. I don't fully remember what she looked like. I don't really remember if she benefited my life. Like, Ms. Payton taught me literally how to not lisp, whereas this one, I feel like I was already done, kind of, you know what I mean? So I think I only did it in 7th grade, and then 8th grade, I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. Though pretty. This makes me feel like the energy from Despicable Me with that little girl holding that fluffy unicorn. That's the energy that I have about that color.
You don't love me!
It's so beautiful! I'm gonna do something Adrian does. I'm stealing Adrian's idea. I guess that's all I've got to tell you about speech therapy that I can remember right now. I think I still have, I might have thrown it away, but I think I still have my notebook. The notebook that I had to fill out to quote unquote prove I did the lessons. I think I still have it, but I don't 100% know for sure. One of the other things I did that affects Adrian, but I did as a child, was I taught myself how to walk fast. Right, it sucks for Adrian. It sucks for me because I have a hard time slowing down. But I felt like I didn't walk fast enough, right? Like just a weird thing for a child to feel. But I was 4th, 5th, 6th grade, something. I was on that side of the school. Like, I don't know about you, but our school had 2 sides. One side was little kids, and then the other side was quote unquote big kids. Elementary was up to 6th grade when I went. I know that's now middle school, but just a second. I felt, and I might have told this story too, so I only got so much life to tell, guys, and I don't remember most of it, so you're just gonna hear duplicate stories sometimes. But I wanted to walk faster. I thought I needed to walk faster. It was very important to me. So I sound super cool, but I spent like 90% of my recesses and after lunch recess just walking around the blacktop, but slowly increasing my speed. And then, so like I would walk at a speed for, let me tilt this too, a short period of time, and then I would gradually increase the speed, and then I would do that new gradually increased speed for another short period of time, and then I would again increase, and like it would be like a whole recess of time walking at that new increased speed, right? So it's like it's not like it would just be like 2 minutes at this faster speed. I like locked it in for a whole 30 minutes or whatever, walking this pace like a weirdo, but it was important to me. I can't tell you why, it just was. And so now, as an adult, I walk very fast.
So fast.
And get very annoyed when people walk slow in front of me. Unhealthily mad about it. I'm like, why? They don't need to walk that slow. Like, how does anybody walk that slow? Like, that's purposeful. Like, you don't naturally walk that slow. Like, oh, and Adrian's just over here walking that slow. And it's like, no, that's how normal people walk. Is that speed, but not me. I taught myself as a 12-year-old or younger to walk fast. And if I hadn't done that, I don't know, what would my life been like? What do you think? I mean, I feel like it's such a non-thing, right? Like it's like not even a big deal. But like, do you think things would be different in my life? Like it's such a non...
You would have had less opportunities, maybe. You probably saved over time. I don't know, like maybe.
Should I get rid of that?
6 months of time.
You do like that little? Okay. 6 months of time, nice. We'll do another wet shot. So Adrian likes this dollop of gold. I'm not 100% sold on it. But like this one is so different. I used all the same colors except for having a silver base. I even used gold, right? It's so different. It's got similar vibes, obviously, but it's an entirely different painting. I like how this time the berry came shooting through, and a little bit of green looks like is right in these lacing. So pretty spiffy.